Friday to you. It is June 17th, time for this week's Friday Funnies, and it's been a little over a week since the release of Congressman Weiner on the internet, and he has finally announced that he is retiring from Congress because he said he wants to spend more time with ex-porn stars and women he hasn't even met yet. You know, I have no sympathy for Mr. Weiner, but I am a little concerned about Hugh Hefner. You know, Hefner built his enterprise on guys like Weiner, but now his own dreams have come to a crashing end. His fiancée, 25-year-old Crystal Harris, called off their wedding, which was scheduled for this weekend. Harris said that she decided she couldn't marry the 85-year-old Hef because she's been having second thoughts ever since she sat down and actually did the math and discovered that Hefner was as old as her great-grandfather.
Ew, gross.
Just as a personal note to Crystal, I do think Anthony Weiner may be back on the market before you know it. But enough about sad love stories. Let's start off this week with a happy story about a relationship that is still going strong. In upstate New York, 38-year-old Ned Neffer is making a 70-mile walk from his home in Syracuse to Watertown, New York, where he first met his wife. And his wife is going along with him, even though she doesn't walk very well. Well, she doesn't really walk at all. She's a mannequin. Neffer met his wife over 25 years ago in Watertown when she was just a head. But he loved that head and took it home, and he built her a body out of wood. And in 1986, he married her. And they've been together ever since. And I'm sorry, but this marriage is a sham. First of all, the woman's name, she does have a name. Her name is Tegan. And when Ned married Tegan, he was only 13 years old. And it's illegal for anybody that young to get married any place in this country outside of Kentucky.
Amen.
But, you know, I wish the happy couple all the best. If you'd like to send them something for their anniversary, I think a gift card from the Home Depot would be perfect. You can find a lot of things for sale at a Goodwill store. They have used clothing and books and toys and cremated remains. In Flint, Michigan, a worker at the Goodwill store was unpacking a box that had come in, and inside he found an urn with a label on it that said, "Grandma's Urn." And inside the urn, well, there were ashes assumed to be those of the aforementioned grandma. Now, they don't know where the urn came from, but they suspect that it came from a house that was just cleared out, and they just put everything in a box. So I'm thinking, if you still don't have a gift for Dad for Father's Day, Grandma's Urn is on the shelf in Flint, Michigan. And he can use Grandma herself to sprinkle around the plants for extra nourishment. All right, here's today's math problem. You drive a bus that has X amount of seats, but today you have passengers that total X plus 6. What do you do? Well, a bus driver for Haynes Tours of Gladwin, Michigan had this exact same problem, and here's what he did. He put the extra 6 passengers in the luggage compartment underneath the bus. Now, he gave them mattresses and pillows to lie on. Goodness knows where he found those. But he put them in the luggage compartment, shut the compartment, and took off on their 235-mile ride to Clyde, Ohio. Now, I'm not one to give the airlines any more ideas about how they can make extra money from us, but if people are willing to ride under a bus, they'd be willing to travel in the cargo compartment of an airplane along with the family pets and Anthony Weiner. Our final story this week concerns 3 masked and armed men in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, who walked into a Dunkin Donuts location and demanded a paper bag that they saw sticking out of one of the workers' purses. They assumed this bag contained cash from the day's receipts, so they grabbed it and ran. The bag did in fact, contain something you'd be expected to find in a donut shop. It had donuts. And these three crooks were caught a short time later with very glazed looks on their faces. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. If you are a father, have a father, know a father, or are a father and don't want anybody to know, Happy Father's Day. I'll see you next week.